Hey YouTubers, how's it going? I thought I'd do a little voiceover. This is back when I was kind of working with a dealer, possible dealer in Denver for Motopeds, and I thought maybe I'd invest in the company. It seemed like a great product. These things were going to be $2,995 or something like that. And for the base kit, you got like a 50cc engine, or sorry, 49cc, because that makes it street legal, no license, no tags. In most states, it's like a bicycle because you got pedals, you can still pedal, and you know, it seemed like a pretty cool product. But the engine's mounted to like a mountain bike frame, basically just a beefed up frame. Yeah, went out to Moab, did some videos. You know, it was a fun product. It's a novelty product, but the company had a lot of issues, and they're still around. But it's just really strange because they're not as hyped. People don't really talk about them anymore. They had some difficulties, and I think they sold again, third time. And first time was from the guys in California that invented it, to Motovox, and that seemed like a good combination because Motovox has Chinese like pit bikes, and they have the engines to supply for these, and would have the suppliers and capabilities all lined up in China to be able to, you know, make this a go and fulfill the production. But a lot of people put money down and they weren't getting them, so Motovox bought the company for a lot of money, did basically a crappy job, and then guess what? You know, they ended up basically selling it, I don't know for a loss or what the deal was there, but pretty much you don't hear about them as much. You don't see people talking about them on the forums. You don't really see the ads out there, but they're still there. I guess you can order them, and the price has gone up some. And you know, I gotta say, this was not the 50cc engine. If I recall, this was 110cc, and that worked for the Slick Rock. Now, there was a 50cc, but it was too low, because the guy's wife wanted it to be low, which I know is kind of nutty, but she wanted to ride it, which bad for sales. But on the flip side, like I said, 50cc, I couldn't even get over the gate to Slick Rock with it, and it was too low, so it just bottomed out. So I took this one out. I kind of went out. It was like 100 degrees as the sun was setting, so I didn't go too far. I wanted to do like the whole loop or a big chunk of it, and you know, I was trying to get used to it. Like I said, it was so hot out, and like, it was a neat product, don't get me wrong, but you know what? This one, like with the aftermarket forks, like good quality forks, and the bigger engine, you're looking at $5, even $8 depending on what you do to these basically mountain bikes. I mean, you put on the beefy suspension, they were going to cost a lot of money. Wow, you know, for that much money, I can just go buy another motorcycle. So it just didn't make much sense for a motorcyclist or an off-road rider to really buy these. It's a novelty item. You're going to have disposable income. The product runtime is going to be very short, meaning it's a novelty. Once the novelty fades, you're not going to hear about them much. Like now, do you hear about them really? Nope. You know, a different product I would go to at this point in time in 2016, near the end here, you know, in November, I would look at like the Alta Redshift electric bike. You know, that's where I would put my money. If I was going to drop $8, I'd just spend more and just get an electric motorcycle. So I think that's where really we're heading, and that's more motorcycle. Well, that is a motorcycle versus this is a hybrid, so you're not going to really fit in with the mountain bike guys. But I can tell you one funny story. So we went out there, we talked to everyone in town. because we want to sell these basically to rental shops as rentals. You know, buy through us, we'll supply you, and you'll have, this will be a cool thing. You can tool around town, you can go up to Slick Rock, you can go hit some of these trails, and it's not like a motorcycle where the person shouldn't have too much difficulty riding this, and it's kind of a novelty. So even if you don't like motorcycles, you might rent this because it's different. Well, after we left, the BLM, somebody must have went to the BLM and they were like, what the hell are these guys doing? They're crazy. We're going to have these all over the streets. Because, you know, we hyped it, right? Nothing has come to fruition in Moab, but we overly hyped it like you would do for sales, right? And so the problem is they must have went to the BLM and had them put in and specifically said that you cannot have a motor, it can't be gas powered, it can't even be diesel, because we got that question and we're like, oh, we were just playing the marketing and salesperson, like, yeah, there'll be a diesel down the road. There might be, there might not be, but we're just playing into it. Yeah, well, we hope there's an electric version. Yeah, you can ride this anywhere. It has pedals. Just pedal through the areas that are mountain bike only, and or down those trails. You're going down, you don't really need the motor legally. And man, somebody must have got their feathers ruffled, because we talked to everybody, every shop, and some of those shops are so pro mountain bike, and they went in to the BLM, and the BLM was like, oh my god, we got to put a stop to this before it happens. Nothing's ever happened. Nothing has happened now. This was like back in 2012, 2013. So pretty much I would say Motopeds is dead as a product. I would not buy a Motoped because I don't know. They don't seem to be really around. They never came about. They never worked the angle to sell these maybe at Pep Boys or Costco or Sam's Club. There's a lot of avenues there that they could have went with, and you know what? People like to get their bike and they like to change it, but they also like to start out with a basic bike. And me buying a frame and then putting on an engine and then making a battery box and all this, that is for the birds. People don't want to do that. They want to customize, but they want a bike that they can just ride when they get it, and then they can do that customization later, right? So they want at least a basic bike. And I just don't think this was it's a cool product, but just not anything special. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and check out my other videos.